Hello yogis, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for choosing to practice with me today. Today's flow is an intermediate practice mainly focusing on crow pose. It is a fun arm balance. It helps in building upper body strength and arm strength and core. It helps in toning of the core muscles. It is a great asana to practice focusing on your breath to get out of your head space. So if you do not have crow pose in your practice, you can do yogic squat or malasana instead, or you can practice shifting your weight onto your palms and play with building the strength up for coming into a full crow pose. And as always, take modifications wherever it's suitable for you, meet your body where it's at today, and don't stress too much, just have fun and don't focus on wanting to look a particular shape. Just go with the flow, see how you feel today, and whenever required, pause the video, take child's pose, or you can have a block handy if you do use that in your practice. Please do subscribe to my channel, that will be very helpful for me. And whenever you're ready, let's begin our practice and meet on the mat. We'll begin our practice today in Supta Baddha Konasana. So come all the way down onto the mat and bring the soles of your feet together and knees fall wide open. Engage your core, tuck your tailbone here, and the options for your hands are either to have them out in a T, or you can bring one arm on your belly and one arm on your chest and take deep breaths here. And every exhale, focus on your knees coming down towards the earth. Close your knees, hug your knees into your chest, rock and roll a couple of times just to massage your back. And next time you come up, find your Navasana. Chest is up. You can have your feet down on the mat, or you can lift your feet up. Knees are squeezing together. Extend your arms and find your Navasana. Release your feet onto the mat. Come onto all fours. Make sure that your arms are shoulder width apart and your knees are hip distance apart. We'll take a few rounds of cat and cow here. Inhale, belly drops, chest lifts and tailbone lifts. Exhale, tuck your belly in and your shoulder blades move away from each other, taking your cat stretch. 3 more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Appreciate the movement from your tailbone. One last time. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Come back into your neutral spine. Lift your right leg up, bending at your knee, and your right foot is stamping towards the sky. Bring most of your weight into your right hand. Extend your left hand along your ears. Slowly swing your left hand back. Catch hold of your right foot and kick into your left hand. You can hold your left foot from the inside or from the outside depending on the mobility in your shoulders. As you kick up, your chest moves forward followed by your gaze. Release. Your left leg comes up, bending at your knee. Left foot is stamping towards the sky. Most of your weight comes on your left hand, left palm, tent upon your right hand. Extend your right hand alongside your ear. Slowly swing it back to catch hold of your left foot, either from the inside or from the outside depending on the mobility in your shoulders. Start kicking your foot into your palm, and as you kick, open your chest, open your shoulders, gaze follows. Slowly release. Come back into neutral spine. Move your palms a handprint forward. Tuck your toes. Lift your knees and push your hip back, coming into your first downward facing dog. You can walk your legs here, or you can just breathe into your downward dog. Next breath, walk your feet hip distance apart and take them a step closer. Bring your weight onto your left palm and right hand reaches on the outside of your left ankle. Look under your left armpit and bend your right elbow, taking a twist in your downward dog. Exhale and come back. And on the other side, weight comes on the right hand, left hand reaches on the outside of your right foot. Look under your right armpit, bend your left elbow and twist. Release. Bend your knees, look forward, and you can either hop or step towards your hand, coming into halfway lift. Bring your palms to your chest for a nice hamstring stretch. Deep inhale and exhale, fold. Reverse swan dive, sweep your arms all the way up, coming into Tadasana, and as your palms reach over your head, come up on the balls of your feet. Swan dive back down, forward fold. Halfway lift with your palms at your chest. Plant your palms onto the mat and hop back, taking your first chaturanga, upward facing dog, coming back, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up, coming into a three-legged dog. Bend at your knee, stack your hips and open up towards the right side of your mat. Left leg is active, pulling up on your kneecap on your left leg, and your right heel is coming towards your right glute. Next, exhale, place your right foot in between your hands. Pivot your right foot towards the left corner of the mat, and left foot is flexed towards the sky, coming into Skandasana. Deep inhale. You can hold here, or you can extend both your arms, opening your chest. If you have a bind in your practice, wrap your right hand around your right leg and left hand goes behind your back and catches your right palm. One breath. Release your bind. Plant your left foot onto the mat. Right foot faces the front edge of your mat. Come up into your side angle pose. You can have your right hand on the inside of your right leg or rest it on top of your right thigh. Or if you want to take a bind in your side angle pose, bring your right shoulder on the inside of your right knee. Wrap your right hand under your right thigh and grab hold of your left hand from the back. Release your bind, extend your front leg and cartwheel your arms, coming into reverse triangle pose. Cartwheel your arms all the way to frame your front foot and lift your right hand up, easy twist. Next inhale, sweep your right arm in front of your right foot. Step your back foot slightly closer, stack your hips, and this is where you can use your block. Stack your hips and open up into your half moon. You can stay here or play with bringing your right hand towards your chest. Float your right hand towards your chest. Release, bringing your left foot all the way towards your chest, coming into one-legged Tadasana, facing the front of your mat. Grab hold of your left foot, place it on the inside of your right leg, coming into tree pose. And arms sweep up over your head. Your right inner thigh is pushing on your left foot and left foot is pushing on your inner thigh. Next exhale, release your arms. Bring your left knee into your chest and slowly kick your left leg back, coming into warrior 3. Exhale, bend both your knees, bringing your left knee on the outside of your right knee and slowly come all the way down. Your right foot is on the outside of your left leg. Wrap your left hand around your left leg and twist towards the right side of your mat. Your back is straight and breathe. Take 2 deep breaths here. Release to the front of the mat. Extend both your legs. Arms come over your head. Come up straight. Engage your core and hinge from your hips, taking a forward fold. Try not to round your back. If you need to bend your knees, do that. Come all the way back up. Next exhale. Release your hands to the mat. Cross your feet and come back into your plank pose. Flow through your chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Coming all the way back up. Downward facing dog. Lift your left foot, coming into a 3-legged dog. Bend your left knee, bringing your left heel towards your glute. And open, stack your hips and open towards the left side of the mat. Push firmly through both your hands. Next, exhale, square your hips and plant your left foot in between your hands. Pivot your left foot towards the right corner of the mat. Right foot flexes towards the sky, coming into Skandasana on your left side. You can stay here or you can open up your arms and open your chest towards the sky. Or if you took a bind on the other side, you can continue to do that here. So wrap your left arm around your left leg. Right arm reaches behind your back. Come into your bind. 2 breaths here. Release from your bind. Plant your left foot onto the mat. Right foot points towards the front edge of the mat, coming into side angle. Have your left hand on the inside of your left foot, or you can rest your left hand on your left thigh, or you can take your bind. 2 breaths. Release from your bind, coming into a reverse triangle. Cartwheel your arms, frame your foot and frame your foot. Right palm comes underneath your right shoulder and left arm extends, coming into easy twist. Release your left palm in front of your left leg. Step closer with your right leg. Stack your hips and open up into half moon on the other side. You can use your block here. Stay in your half moon, or you can play with bringing your left palm towards your chest for an extra challenge. Release. Bring your right leg towards your chest, coming into 1-legged Tadasana. Grab hold of your right foot, place it on the inside of your left leg and sweep your arms all the way over your head for tree pose. Your glutes are active. Release from your tree pose. Bring your knee into your chest and slowly kick your right leg back, coming into warrior 3. 1 deep breath. Exhale, bend both your knees and right knee comes on the outside of your left knee and slowly come all the way down with your left foot on the outside of your right leg. Wrap your right hand around your left leg, twist open towards the left side of the mat. Your spine is straight, chest is open, shoulders are away from your ears, and breathe in your twist. Release from your twist, cross your foot, plant your palms, and you can step or jump back into plank pose and flow through your Vinyasa, upward facing dog, coming all the way back into downward facing dog. Next exhale, place both your feet on the outside of your palms and bring your hips all the way down, coming into a yogic squat or malasana. Your knees are tracking with your toes. Your core is active, your glutes are engaged here. You can continue to stay in malasana or we'll take our crow pose here. So plant your palms on the mat, walk your feet hip distance apart and come up all the way onto the balls of your feet as high as you can. Bend your knees and connect your knees with your hands either on your triceps or come up as high as possible towards your armpit and slowly start shifting your weight onto your palms. Your gaze is a few inches ahead of you. Start shifting your weight forward onto your arms and play with lifting up one foot followed by the other. Coming in crow pose. Hollow your belly here, core is active. Your glutes are engaged. 2 more breaths. And release, step back into your plank pose and flow through your Vinyasa, upward facing dog, coming back downward facing dog. One breath. Exhale, bend your knees, look towards your hands, either jump or step towards the front of your mat. Halfway lift, bringing your palms to your chest. Exhale, fold forward. Sweep your arms, come all the way up, Tadasana. Release your palms to your chest. Next exhale, fold forward. Halfway lift. Bend your knees, bring your palms onto the mat and we'll take another crow pose here or you can take malasana. Lift, come up on the balls of your feet, come as high as possible. Bend your knees, connect your knees to your or as high as possible on your triceps. Legs are hip distance apart here. Slowly start playing with shifting your weight forward. Lift your one foot off the mat followed by the other. Engage your core and find your crow pose. Hollow your belly here. Release. Step back into plank and flow through your chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Come back. Downward facing dog. We'll take 2 more of those transitions. Bend your knees, look towards the front of your mat. Either hop or step towards your hands. Halfway lift, bringing your palms to your chest. And exhale, fold forward. Next inhale, sweep your arms all the way up, coming into Tadasana. Release your palms to your chest. Next exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Halfway lift, bringing your palms to your chest. And from here we'll either find our malasana or if you want to play with crow pose, plant your palms onto the mat. Walk your feet hip distance apart. Come on to the balls of your feet or as high as you can. Bend your knees, connect your knees to your armpits or as high as possible on your triceps. Slowly start bending your elbows, shifting your weight forward and lifting one foot off the mat followed by the other. Squeeze your heels towards your glute and release. Step back into plank pose. Flow through your vinyasa. Upward facing dog. Come back, downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look towards the front of your mat. Hop or walk towards your hands. Halfway lift. Bring your palms to your chest. Exhale, fold. Sweep your arms all the way up over your head, coming into Tadasana. Release your palms to your chest. Next breath, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant your palms onto the mat. Bring your feet hip distance apart. Come all the way up onto the balls of your feet. Bend your knees. Connect your knees to your armpits or as high as possible onto your triceps. Shifting your weight forward. Bending at your elbows. Engage your core and lift your feet off the mat. Squeeze your heels towards your glutes. And release. Step back, plank pose. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Come back, downward facing dog. Release your knees onto the mat, coming into all fours. Bring your forearms onto the mat, shoulder width apart. You can interlace your fingers or you can have your hands parallel. I like to interlace my fingers here. Tuck your toes and lift your hips back, coming into a dolphin pose. Walk your feet slightly closer and work towards bringing your heels onto the mat. Pull up on your kneecaps. Your legs are active here. Release knees onto the mat. Extend your legs all the way back, coming into your forearm plank. Bring your right forearm parallel to the short edge of the mat. Stack your feet and open up towards the left side, coming into a forearm plank on your right hand. And we'll switch sides. Left arm parallel to the short edge of the mat. Both your feet stacks and hips open up towards the right side of the mat. And right hand comes all the way up. And release your belly onto the mat. Untuck your toes. Your legs are hip distance apart. Engage your glutes, coming into Sphinx pose. Your elbows are pulling back and your chest is moving forward in between your arms. Release. Bring both your palms on either side of your hips. Engage your legs. Pull up on your kneecaps here. Your glutes are active, core is active. Lift your knees off the mat, lift your chest off the mat, and your palms come off the mat too, coming into your locust. Release. Bend your knees. Find the top of your foot with your hands. Kick into your palms. Lift your chest up, finding your bow pose. Breathe here. And release. Pull up on your kneecaps, your legs are active, glutes are engaged. Bend your knees. Find the top of your feet with your hands. Kick your feet into your palms. Lift your knees and thighs off the ground. Chest comes up. coming into your bow pose. Release. Palms come alongside your chest, legs are active, and lift your chest off the mat, finding a cobra. Shift your weight all the way back, coming into child's. Come back onto your all fours, bring your legs forward, cross your feet and find a seated position. Right leg extends and left foot comes on the inside of your right leg. Square your hips, chest faces the short edge of the mat. Extend your arms all the way up. You lengthen your spine and hinge from your hips. Fold on to your right leg. Switch sides. Extend your left leg forward. Right foot comes on the inside of your left leg. Square your hips. Shoulder faces the front edge of your mat. Lift your arms over alongside your ears. Lengthen your spine. Hinge from your hips and fold forward. Your left foot is flexed, facing, the toes are facing the sky. Release back up. Extend both your legs. Come all the way down onto your mat. We'll take belly twists on both sides and end our practice here. Hug your right knee into your chest. Extend your left leg. Take one deep breath here. Bring your right knee on the outside of your left hip. Extend your right hand out into a T. Left hand is helping your right knee come all the way onto the ground, or you can have your left hand also out in a T. Your chest is open, facing towards the sky. Both your shoulder blades are on the mat. Breathe into your belly here. Release. Bring your right knee back into your chest and back onto the mat. Hug your left knee into your chest. Take a deep breath here. Release your left knee on the outside of your right hip. Left hand extends out in a T. Chest is facing up towards the sky. The twist is coming only from your torso here. Breathe into your belly. Release back onto the mat. We'll end our practice here in a Shavasana. You can either have your legs bent or you can have it extended, whatever suits your body best today. If you have any kind of lower back pain, having your legs bent kind of releases the load on your lower back, so it's much easier on your lower back when you have your knees bent. Close your eyes, loosen your jaws, loosen your shoulders. And stay in your Shavasana for as long as you need. I'll leave you here today and thank you so much for practicing with me. I had so much fun guiding you through this practice and working on my crow pose, and I hope you had fun too. Have a beautiful day ahead.